Hello there, beautiful people. Welcome to another episode and a Student of Life podcast with your host, Akosia Pepper. This podcast focuses on our journey through our life along with a special focus on holistic wellness. This podcast today is very, very important because we're about to tackle on the physical side and then also on the spiritual side when it comes to discipline and endurance and the importance of it to becoming an overachiever. Everybody in life, if you ask anyone, what do you want to do? Like, where do you see yourself? Everybody's aims high. No one's going to come and tell you, oh, I don't know, I just want to be homeless tomorrow. No one's going to tell you that. Everybody will say something, something really big, from maybe you look at them and be like, where they are now, they're not there yet. But they have really big visions. They really want to do something, great in life. They want to leave their mark in the world. Probably have some business ideas. There are places they want to go to, people they want to meet and everything. And it is all beautiful to hear it. But what is very sad, and it happens to more people than the less of it, is when most of the dreams and aspirations of humanity ends up at the graveyard. Yeah. The richest place in the world is the graveyard. If you go to any country, if you're in Ghana, you're in Nigeria, you're in South Africa, you're in America, you're in UK, whatever town you're in, the richest place connected to where you live in, the richest people is the people that underneath the ground. Because most of the dreams, most of the big, innovations and things, they took with them to the graveyard. And that tends to happen a lot because many don't make it to where they want to be. And you see a lot of people who are also homeless, a lot of people who are also on the streets. And it's not that they want to be there, wanted to be on the street or they didn't plan out their life properly or, that you have every right to judge them and think, oh, maybe you just didn't do something right. No, some people did a lot of things right. They really planned everything out right. But because they missed just endurance and discipline out of it, they missed certain steps and they are where they are now. And if they could go back, they'll have had any opportunity to go back, they will, and they will probably change a lot of things. But some people will never, some people also might. A lot of us have business ideas. You rather just listening to me or watching me right now. If I ask you, maybe, do you have any business? You probably most likely will say, yeah. Maybe just that you don't have the money to do it. But you probably be like, yeah, I want to start this course, or, I want to have my own this, or I want to, start doing this thing. And many of you probably have already started it. Maybe you do lashes, maybe you sell hair, maybe you are into selling cars, whatever it is, you probably start, maybe even less than 5 months into it. Or maybe you're just about to start, because we've entered into a new year. So, that new year buzz, that new year resolution thing. I hate that thing, by the way, but that new resolution thing, it's oh, yes. This year is gonna be my year, and this year I will become rich. I'll become 6-figure earner. And you start that business and you're like, yes. And then we'll probably ask you 5 months around June, what happened to your business? Oh, it was hard. Oh, just life in it. A lot of people will be like, life in it. A lot of people had big dreams beginning of 2023. A lot of people had big dreams in the beginning of 2022, 2021. And you ask them now, what happened to the business idea that you were sharing with us at the beginning of the year, or thing? They'd be like, oh no, life going away, or school going away, oh no, money. And sometimes it's true, money is a big, money is a tool we use in our society, to do a lot of things. But a lot of the time, if you really go down and you really want to take accountability, it's because you lack a lot of discipline and endurance. And so you can have discipline as well, but you don't have endurance. And endurance is probably the key thing today in this episode today. I want to really go into 2024, right? So you're watching right now, maybe you started a little lash business or a little car business, you want to sell cars and things. Maybe you buy cars, you ship it to Africa. I know people that do that. And you sell it, you make profit. That's the business that you run, yeah? And you started, it's going great. Maybe you started last year, December there, getting into 2024. Maybe the first month, it's doing all right. Everything's going well. I want you to just understand that, 5 months from now, maybe a year from now, 2 years from now, it's not going to be like that. There's going to be bumps on the road. Yeah. And when you start any business, just understand that motivation is very easy. You're gonna have the most motivation at the beginning of whatever you're starting. Either you're starting a brand, you're starting a podcast, you want to start creating content on YouTube. Whatever is gonna be the most easiest at the beginning, because that's where your most energy is. No one even needs motivation. You already motivated yourself. And then about 3 weeks into it, 1 month, 2 months into it, your family, they're giving you support. Everyone's posting you here and there, posting your flyers, posting this, posting that. Because it's fresh. So motivation is not hard to come with. Even the spirit of encouragement will come at you very easily, because you meet people on the street, you tell them about your business, you meet people at your workplace, and they'll give you encouraging words. It's very simple. But then 5 months into it, by the time we get to June, we get to July, we get to August, September. Every business, most of the times, like, especially like content creating as well, 6 months in, going into a year is where you really start to see the BS of it all. That's when you start to see people that was posting in the beginning, they're not posting anymore, because they're like, oh, it's not my thing. I don't need to post every day. Because it's not theirs, and it's true, it's not theirs. That's when you're going to see, your friends be like, oh, yeah. Or maybe, your friends will support you in the beginning, then you start seeing them sway and going to somebody else to do the lashes for them. Sway and going to call somebody else to do their hair, because they just kind of just relax. No, it's not their business, it's not their thing. So they don't owe you anything. And I want you to understand that those points, when you get into it, that's when the motivation leaves you. That's when you have no motivation anymore. That's when even watching videos of people trying to motivate is when it even pisses you off, because you're like, you're just trying to talk to me, but you're not giving me anything, because at that point you need something bigger than just motivation. You don't know what it is, but you need something bigger. That's when you go and read books and do all your research on YouTube and watch all the tutorials and everything. How to make a business grow. How to make a business grow in 2024. How to do this. Because you know that at this point, like, it's getting really hard. Maybe you're losing money. Maybe the money that you put in, you're not really getting it back. Maybe some people that you started off with, they're really kind of backing up because they feel like, oh, this is not going to benefit me. But you still see the vision. You're still on it. At that point, when motivation leaves, it's when you need a spirit of discipline and endurance. And I say discipline because discipline is one of those things, there's different factors of discipline, right? But discipline is one of those things that you need to end anything. Like I said, starting anything is easy. It's finishing it. Starting the race, you're ready. Yeah, you're pumped up. You're ready to go. Halfway through the race, you're sweating. You're out of breath already. Ending is where, like, you might even end it. You might just walk to there. Might even drop out halfway through that marathon. But that's when you need discipline the most. You see, discipline is what's gonna make you stay awake all night trying to figure out how to edit your video right. Because you know that I can get better at this video editing. This business I want to do. I want to, start creating videos, editing for people, this. I don't have any clients right now. My video editing is not, the best. Yeah, I have people are better than me. People are, been doing this longer than me. Maybe no one wants to give me a chance and you're getting really fed up. That's the point where you need that discipline to keep you going. That's when you sit up all night, even though you might have work the next day, you sit up till like 3 o'clock in the morning trying to learn how to edit the way that you keep seeing on TikTok. The way you keep watching people on YouTube, trying to do the color grade and everything perfectly. And if discipline does not come in, that's when you start, just... The time to be spending watching videos and tutorials and watching how to do stuff and how to upgrade yourself, that's when, you be on TikTok watching videos and scrolling and 1 hour goes past. That is when, you might just decide, I don't know, go with my friends, I can't be bothered. That is when maybe the money that you're supposed to maybe pour into your business at that time, you will start, going to spend it on yourself. I'm going to go and do my lash, I want to do my nails, I want to look cute, I want to go on holiday. The little money that you've saved up, now you want to go on holiday because you think you've arrived. So many different things. Discipline, even if it doesn't come in, that's when time will be stolen away from you. Time will then be stolen away from you. The devil will creep in like this. And that time you're supposed to be hovering down. He will just steal that time away from you and distract you. He will distract you and he will confuse you. And through that confusion is when people get depressed. Every single day they're sad, they're always depressed. And everything they want to do for the year is not going right. They feel like everybody else is maybe like halfway through the year. Everyone that they started with or their friends are, going up and they're still where they started. They don't understand why it's going, things are not working well for them. They have such high expectations for 2024. And then depression will start. As we're going into winter, we'll even get worse because winter blues. Now let's go into endurance. Endurance is one of those spirits that you need in life. Even if it's nothing to do with business or anything. In life, you're not going to have everything sweet all the time, right? Even when you go to work, yeah. When you're young, we work with agency, we've done some... Care is so hard to do. I praise people who do care workers, HCAs. Oh, God. I've done it before, so I know how hard it is, and it's not easy. People have been doing it for years. I applaud them. Sometimes maybe, you're going to work. You might not even want to go to the job. Maybe you're there, you're like, I just want to walk out of here. But endurance will keep you there because you know your vision. You know where you're going. You know exactly what you want to do. You know that this place is not forever. This nothing is not. I'm just working here right now to make some money so I can pour into my business, so that I can support myself through school, so that I can take some load off my parents. I don't want to burden my parents with my problem because they already have enough on their plate. So I want to support myself a little bit. Endurance is what will keep you going and not distracted. So in life in general, you need endurance. When things get hard, when things get difficult, when everyone backs out of you and no one believes in you anymore, even your own maybe parents or siblings or family, they're looking at you like, maybe, you should divert now. Maybe the business idea that you thought, was so, you said God gave to you, maybe God didn't give it to you. When they kind of come in along with those kind of, I've had those comments. When those kind of comments start coming, people telling you stuff like that, maybe, you should just focus on, just focus on, your 9 to 5. Focus on, working, makes money. Don't worry about all this content creating stuff. Don't worry about this. Somebody started 5 months ago and they've already blew. Why is your music still not there yet? And they start coming along with these comments. Endurance is what will literally help you to shut out all those noise and keep you firm, keep you on your road because you know where you're going. And if you don't have it, or you allow the devil to use people to come in and steal that endurance away from you, and you just go away from, that's when you crumble. That's when you crumble. And I really want you to understand how important it is. As we start off this year, do not go and pray for motivation. Do not be living off motivational quotes. Do not be, I know at the beginning of the year, everyone be posting motivational quotes, post motivational videos. Oh, this is my year. Don't live off that hype, that thing. It's not going to do anything for you. It's just going to be there for the first January. By the time January ends, that phase is gone already. We enter into February and, March comes out of nowhere. And then we already went into summer. Summer's coming. Everyone's preparing for summer now. By the time you realize the year's done, it's gone. And your motivation ahead of the beginning of the year is just moved away because that's not what you need. What I want you to really focus on this year, as we enter into 2024, is to focus on discipline and endurance. If you're going to pray for anything, if you're going to be searching and reading about anything, educating yourself in anything, read on how to be disciplined, how to have endurance. Pray for endurance and discipline. The spirits of them to visit you and to be with and to walk with you all throughout your journey through 2024. If you're going to school, if you're working, if it's a business, whatever it is you're doing, pray for that. Read books about it if you want to read books about it. If you want to watch videos, or how to get better in that sector, that thing. Watch videos on that. Don't watch motivational speakers. They're good, but it's only once that video ends, that's pretty much it. You might be hyped for the first 1 week, and then you back into yourself. And that's one thing I really, really want you to understand, that as we end beginning of the year, make up your mind and get yourself right. I'm sure you've been motivated 2022, 2021, 2020. Can we please ask where you are now? All that motivation that you've had 5 years from now to now, we're 2022. What's it on for you? Probably gonna be like, not really nothing. Exactly. It's good to have that, to have encouragement, to have motivation, but those are the spirits that's gonna get you to the finish line. To get to the finish line, to have your visions come to light, is endurance and discipline. And nothing happens overnight. Even the people that you might think they blew up overnight, if you ask them, they really sit down with you and they talk to you, they'll tell you they've been grinding for 5 years. They've been underground for 10 years. Some of them been really doing this stuff for 15 years. And now they're 35 is when, people are not knowing their names. And what kept them going, that now, they're your favorite artist, or they're your favorite TV host, or they're your favorite TV personality, is endurance and discipline. It doesn't mean that, they didn't go through some BS at some points. They did. But endurance and discipline is what got them there. It's what got them to that vision and that finish line where you're seeing them now shine so bright. And now that they're there, they're going to still need that to keep them going. And that's what I want you to really understand. A lot of people don't understand that. They don't. Because it's hard. It's not easy. It's a very hard thing to have or to keep going. But you need that to get to the finish line. So to get to the end of 2024, God willing, we will all end 2024. To get to there and to look back and be like, I really did things that I really wanted to do. Even though it wasn't easy, even at some points I really almost gave up myself. Even though everyone kind of left me, no one believed my vision. I really, really took myself there. it's endurance and discipline that will get you there. And that is what I want to end this episode of today. So thank you very much for staying to the end with me. I hope again, all my episodes, the whole point of it is to educate you, is to inspire you, and is to encourage you. I want you to be inspired to listen to it and you're like, damn, okay, I need to get this thing right. I need to do this. Okay, this is what I'm doing wrong. This is what it is. I want you to be educated. Like, I want your minds to be open. I want you to see a different perspective. Like, I didn't think of this. Okay, cool. This makes sense. Let me try that. You know? I want you to be encouraged, because you need that. Especially in the beginnings, you need it. It's what, will get you a bit, excited, because you feel encouraged. You feel like, yeah. So I hope that this episode did that for you. And remember that this might not be for you, but it might be for somebody else. Send it to your friends, send it to your loved ones, to help them also along the journey through 2024. And once again, thank you very much for staying. If you are listening to me right now on, Apple, Spotify, everywhere, don't forget to follow the podcast, leave a review. It's very important. And if you are watching on YouTube, subscribe button, turn on notification, leave a comment. It's very important. And like and to share with your people. Thank you very much again, and I'll see you guys very soon. Mwah.